Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into quite a fascinating statement from #Celestrail and #Paradise Enterprise.
Yeah, they're saying they want to set the record straight about how they operate.
Exactly. So our mission for you really is to quickly dig out the crucial insights here, look at their promises on, transparency, safety.
And maybe see what questions are still hanging in the air, even after their own explanations.
Right. So first up, let's talk about the person right at the center. Erik Plott. The statement identifies him as their CFO, editor, and head representative. It clarifies his background, too. President of Ridgewood Consultants, LLC.
That's a financial and operational consulting firm, right?
Yeah.
And previous executive roles mentioned, too. They're trying to present a very specific picture.
They are. But what's striking, I think, is the need for all that clarification.
Well, yeah, because the source points to public records for an Eric Jeffrey von Leonardo Plott.
Yeah.
And that name is linked to plot palm trees, also the development of #BlackSun. And this is key. It shows he spent about a year in, well, a correctional or administrative facility.
Right. So that immediately makes you wonder, how does that public information line up with their claim of an unblemished reputation for the leadership?
Exactly. It's a significant point of tension right from the start.
Yes.
It doesn't quite match the unblemished narrative they're pushing.
No, it really doesn't. So, okay, keeping that context in mind, let's shift to the app itself. #Celestrail app.
Described as groundbreaking.
Yeah, designed by Plott himself, apparently.
Yeah.
And it promises things like fair payouts, financial literacy, claims a reach of 1.6 million daily users. That's what they self-report anyway.
But does the reality, match up?
Well, that's the question.
And here's maybe the most critical bit from the sources on that. The app's financial model. It likely uses a proprietary token,
Wow.
something like #BlackSun coins.
Okay, a token, like many platforms.
But here's the thing. A check of major crypto exchanges
Yeah.
found no public listing. None. So if you can't independently check the market value or trade them easily, what does fair payouts even mean? Or financial literacy?
That's a huge point. It becomes a closed loop, almost.
Exactly. And the source itself notes this creates a big perception risk. It looks a bit like, some common crypto scams, unfortunately. Transparency is key here.
Right, like needing white papers, verifiable team backgrounds, things you'd expect.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's the financial side. But shifting gears again, the statement really hammers home an absolute commitment to legal and ethical standards, especially protecting minors.
Yeah, and this part is actually quite detailed. They lay out specific commitments. Full compliance with CAPA.
That's the federal act for kids under 13.
Right, and steps to implement Texas's Scope Act, too, for under 18s.
Which involves what, exactly?
Things like accurate age registration, no geolocation data or targeted ads for minors, using advanced content filtering, providing parental tools. It's quite a list.
Sounds comprehensive.
It does. And they also mentioned adhering to those new state laws about setting aside earnings for child creators in trust accounts. Plus, for crypto payouts specifically.
How do they handle that for minors?
It's all routed through parent or guardian-managed accounts, ensures KYC/ML checks, avoids direct payouts to kids. It seems very thought out, very proactive on the regulatory side.
Okay. So, strong on the minor protection rules, it seems. But what about the business itself, the structure?
Well, that's another interesting point. The statement addresses some misconceptions there.
Okay.
The source is checked. And while Plott's consulting firm, Ridgewood and Plot Palm Trees are registered businesses.
Let me guess.
Yeah. No public business entity or trademark registration found for #Celestrail app or #Paradise Enterprise themselves.
Seriously, for an app claiming 1.6 million daily users.
Right. The source notes this could be seen as a lack of transparency. For entities making such big public claims, you'd sort of expect official registration.
You really would. And what about that claim Plott designed entirely myself?
That's another significant claim. The information suggests it's probably better understood as him being the visionary or the architect.
Because an app that big usually needs a whole team, right?
Oh.
Engineers, designers.
Exactly. It implies substantial resources are involved, likely beyond just one person doing everything.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. What does this all mean for you listening in?
Well, this deep dive into their statement shows a platform, #Celestrail app, that's clearly putting effort into navigating some really complex rules, especially around kids online.
Definitely seems like it, but...
But yeah, there are these other areas, the business structure, the proprietary tokens, where more transparency could, really help build more trust.
The big claims.
and dig into the verifiable details to get the full picture.
So here's the provocative thought we want to leave you with. In this world of digital platforms, new finance models, everything evolving so fast, what level of public transparency do you think is genuinely necessary for a company to prove its integrity and really earn your trust?